Here we go, some Bede. Item. Likewise, a certain female from these same handmaidens of God, if you want to call it, or nuns, when she was touched by the aforementioned sickness, and she was led to the extreme of life, I guess, she began suddenly around the middle of the night to shout to those people, females who were ministering to her, seeking that the lantern, which there in that place was burning, that they would extinguish it. So it's a indirect command, which when, with a frequent voice, she repeated herself. Nevertheless, not anyone obeyed her, and at the extreme she interlarded some words. I know that me, with an insane mind, you are thinking me to be saying these things, but now don't think this to be the fact. For truly I say to you that this house is being filled with such a light. I see that your lantern seems to me in all ways very dark compared to it. And when they quit him, not even was anyone responding still such things to this speaking woman, or either that they offer any no sense of understanding maybe. Again she said, imperative plural, burn then that lantern as long as you want. Nevertheless, future imperative, no, medieval queer, that is not mine, for my light, with dawn beginning, will be coming to me. And she began to narrate that there had appeared to her a certain man of God, who in the same year had become defunct and died, saying that with the light dawning coming, she was about to exit off to her eternal light. The veritas of which vision, around the beginning of the day, with a quick death, this proved that God had spoken true. Basically, this is her veritas. She must have died when she said she would. Okay, so Bede 420, or in the lobe it's 22. After this guy was not able to be chained up, as soon as the people who had chained him, the same vincular chains were loose. For he had a German brother, which means a true biological brother, to whom the name was Tuna. He was a priest and the abbot of a monastery in the city, which tennis taking ablative, so as far as today maybe, it is named, this city, from his name, Tanacastia, like, I don't know, like Leicestershire, etc., have these Castias at the end of them, who, when he heard he had been peremptum, had been killed in a pugna, in a battle, he came to seek that if by chance the body of his he was able to find, and he found another very similar to him in most ways, always, and he thought this was him. Deferring or taking him to his monastery, he buried him with some honours, and for the absolution of the souls, rather often he would cure of it. He did some misses, which is the missals, mass or something you'd call it in English. I think your books are missals or something they call him. Which, when it was done in this celebration, as I've said, he that none was able to bind from instantly being loose. Meanwhile, the combs, probably the lord or the baron or something, who hold him, he began to admire and to ask him who was not able to be tied, whether by chance he had some literus solutorius, some magical spell or something, of the type which in stories, did he have these with him or something? On account of these spells he would not be able to be bound or tied up. But he responded, he didn't know any such arts or anything, magical arts, but I have a brother, he said, who's a priest, a presbyter, in my province, and I know that he is thinking me dead. He's making frequent masses for me, and if now I was in another life, there my soul through his intercessions would be loosened from punishments. And while for some time he stayed with this count, they noticed, who they considered or looked upon rather diligently, from his face and his bearing and from his words, that he was not from some common pauper peasant or something, as he had said, but he was from nobility. Okay, Germanum, Daily Dictionary, Germanus, genuine, real, actual, true, his own or full brother, sister. Top 20,000 words.